Hey guys, welcome back to another review. Today I'm reviewing The Night Mutilator by Brian G. Berry, another one of Brian's books. I read Ogre yesterday and I read this in under an hour too. 170 pages in under an hour. Alright, so The Night Mutilator. This is a very, very interesting slasher. It's a different concept, as the novel is pretty much set throughout one day. Apologies for that. Something just came up on my screen. Anyway, so this novel is practically set. The first chapter is set one day behind, but the rest of the novel is set the next day, besides the epilogue. But it's a very you can sense when it's morning, afternoon and night. You can see the gradual transition, and this was one of the more threatening slashers, if that makes any kind of sense, due to the large human basis of not the killer but just the other characters. There was a scene involving people in a van, which was very well written by Brian, and I believe that it actually represents a large part of humanity and what is dangerous of humanity. It was disturbing to read. I was like, oh, I don't know if he's going to go this far, and he didn't, but it was disturbing. And the kills in this were grotesque. They were fantastic. It was absolutely terrifying. The descriptions, I mean, I'm a skim reader, if that makes any sense. I can read words without sounding them out in my head. So I read about, like, anywhere from 2 to 5 pages in a minute, but I could envision everything as though it was like a film. That's how I kind of put it. I mean, it was a fantastic book. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Yeah, Brian's prose, again, fantastic. Very beautiful prose. Also, again, got to focus on this cover art because it's beautiful. I mean, the detail of it. And there's a back cover too, which is very detailed too, of brick walls. To me, it looks like a day sky, if that makes any sense in the world. But I believe it's supposed to represent night, or it could represent day. I'm unsure. Again, I'll let you guys read the blurb because I'm a terrible reader. But yeah, it's a fantastic book. I mean, all of Brian's books are, but this one was really good. It was another slasher. I mean, I love slashers. I'm a fucking sucker for slashers. I write several sometimes, well, when I can. Gotta still finish them and actually get them published, you know. But yeah, I have a lot of ideas, and Brian is a huge inspiration to me. I mean, probably the biggest inspiration, and I've spoken to Brian. I believe he watched the review of Ogre, and man, easily the nicest guy in all of horror, in my opinion, or, well, that I've met. He is so friendly and so helpful to his fans, and I can call him a friend of mine. And I don't praise these books just because I'm a friend of his. I praise them because they are bloody good books. Half the time, like with other authors, I can envision them writing the scene. Pardon me again. But I can just read this and just be totally immersed into the story and just keep reading and totally just soul focus on the entire book. Again, apologies. But yeah, this is a fantastic book. I mean, I have to say 7 out of 10 stars, 8 out of 10 stars. In my opinion, Ogre was a bit better because of how it was spaced out with different characters. There were parts that did kind of slightly drag, And oh yeah, by the way, Dorothy was another character in this book, and she's one of my favorite characters in the book, probably my favorite. She was just a delight. I mean, because we've all met all Dorothy's, but we've all met them. There's a bookstore near my house, and there's you can meet your typical Dorothy there. I mean, Brian is able to really represent the characters very well. He can write dialogue very well, and yeah, as I keep looking at this cover, I keep noticing more details. Apologies. Not that far. Hold on, sorry. Um, like the trees in the back. There's such great detail. Sorry, I don't know if you guys have it too, but like when you just eat food. Yeah. Anyway, blah blah blah. Speaking of, I went out to go pick up a pizza right after I finished this book, and honestly, because it's dark out where I live, it was scary, like, being out, and I kept thinking about the Mutilator in this story. I was like, man, what if he comes out? That means Brian's, prose worked. It's effective, and I just have to say, the text for this, fantastic. I don't know if it's font or if the artist does it, but, I mean, wow, this is a fantastic novel, well, novella, and yeah, I have to say, Brian is probably my favourite author, compared with Richard Lehman. Like, they're both equal to each other in my opinion. But Brian just has this way of writing such, like, they're short books, they're very easy to read and just get through in one sitting, but, he writes them so well that you don't want to stop reading. Like, there was a stage where I was like, oh, I might stop reading now, and then I was like, no, I'm just going to finish it, and I just read the entire book, like, very quickly. Brian, he's like an afternoon read, if that makes any kind of sense. You know, like those lazy afternoons you get, where you don't know what to do, and then like, oh, I might read, and then you end up reading a whole book. Yeah, that's me reading a Brian Berry book. Apologies, but okay, I don't know what else to say, but honestly, yeah, Brian, each book I read, I just keep liking his books more and more and more. So I'm so sorry, I can't stop clearing my throat. Anyway, yeah, Brian is a fantastic author, and I can't stop reading his work. I mean, I'm kind of worried about doing this readathon because I'm going to run out of books. So Brian, if you're watching this, please keep writing. I mean, there's a list of your books at the back, and I still need to get so many of them, but, it's, wow, oh my god, this wasn't actually released that long ago, I don't think, because Rabid Madness is listed, but it was in... Sorry, I'm having a stroke at the moment. But, anyway, yeah, fantastic book. And I honestly want to start on the Sleepover Massacre. Speaking of the Sleepover Massacre, there was a reference to it in this book, and I loved that. I mean, I was like, yes, he's referencing his other books. I was like, yes, that's so cool. I love it when authors do that, in my opinion. It's fantastic. Anyway, I am babbling. I'm probably going to start a Brian Berry book tonight and finish it in the morning, or I could just, like, again, binge read another one. But yeah, again, Brian Berry, one of the best authors I've ever read. I'm a lifelong fan, I guess. And the day Brian Berry quits writing is going to be one of the saddest days, in my opinion. Anyway, again, babbling. Alright, I'll just, wrap this video up here, and I'll, well, try to be up soon. This, again, fantastic. I really can't stop saying that. Yeah, so Brian, if you're watching this, thank you, man. Thank you for writing all of these books. Like, they are fantastic. I mean, these books are like what Friday the 13th is to the horror film genre. It's evolutionary. It's inspirational and evolutionary. And I love it. I mean, I love these books. And it's not really common that I get enthusiastic about this, about books like these. But yeah, anyway. Again, apologies. I'll cut the video off here, but yeah, thank you guys for watching, and you will definitely see a review very, very soon. Take care, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, and goodbye.